Are these two teams the teams that we should expect to be back next year, or do you think it's going to be longer for the Chiefs to get back, and maybe we start to see a run of Philly?
I mean, it depends on what happens in the offseason. Like eventually, Devin Holmes' contract was going to, stifle him. Guys are still going to want to go play with him. Like he's just about to turn 30, so not like he's super old. Hurst is 26 though, so I feel like their window is a little more wide open. So more and more players are going to keep flocking to Philly, pun intended. So yeah, I think that we could see a trilogy soon. It could be as soon as next year. It could be. I'd rather not. I'd rather see a different team get in there on both sides, honestly. But these teams are very talented, so I wouldn't be surprised. Also, we didn't bring it up, at the beginning, but losing Chris Jones was huge too. Yeah, they still would have lost, but I mean, there's some plays that he would have made that would have made it closer. So yeah, just had to put that caveat out there too.
Bobby,
I actually on that note, sorry. can I throw something in there? Sorry, I just didn't want to forget to say this because something Ray said just like pinged in my head. I have two actual bold predictions about this offseason for these teams. One is I think that if the Chiefs or if the Eagles do get back to the hill, to the summit, if they can come back and repeat, it's going to be a bigger hill to climb because I really do think they're going to try to ban the tush push in this offseason after that Chris Jones incident. Like it was really high profile, him sitting there getting his neck worked on like after that play, combined with the Packers, who I fucking hate, and I did think they were being crybabies. They have like a voice in the NFL. Like when the Packers start saying shit, like people stand up and listen. That's just true. So I think I can sort of already see it, but I think there's a narrative forming around the tush push that I thought was going to happen last year. I thought it was going to come faster, but now they have this like video body of evidence where I think they're going to go. I think they're going to go and hit them with this where a big name, I probably one of the first 2 or 3 guys that people around the league name when they're talking about the best defensive tackles is on the sideline, Super Bowl champion, a big reason why the Kansas City Chiefs have had success. A guy that was a holdout at the start of last season, I think it was, or was that this season? It's all blending, but a holdout at one point. So that was a story. Like this guy is a celebrity as much as you can be as a D tackle in the NFL. And he's getting his like neck worked on after that tush push. Like if there's haters of that, they're going to start to come out of the woodwork extensively and I think there definitely are. Here's how I know. No other teams have figured out how to do it. If they had figured out how to do it, if enough teams had to figure how to put it together where it's like, oh, we're all doing the fucking brotherly shove. Sometimes you see teams do it successfully, but they don't do it at the same clip as the Eagles. They are not as dangerous. They're not as consistent with it. So I feel like the league is just sort of sitting around being like, can we fucking get rid of this? It's the same shit as that. You use the logic you used to do that leveraging thing on that stupid fucking leveraging penalty that we have on special teams now, where if you go near the center, you get 15 yards. I mean, 15 is insane. And an automatic first down is bananas, right? That changed a couple of games. I think they're going to get rid of that shit. I really do.
We know what changed that, though? That got changed because of what happened up here. Jamie Collins was the best I've ever seen at that.
Just pogo sticking off the center and just smacking it out of the air, which was a great play to watch.
It was literally jumping over people. Yeah. It was like this can't happen.
But when you soft call those, like when you soft call that leveraging call, it ruins games. And it's like they're already like the referees, I think, do have a hard job, but I also think they had an especially atrocious fucking year this year. And I don't want to be talking about them. I really don't. So at least put rules in place where I don't hate them because they're not like hamstrung by having to call this dumb fucking rule, because like 15 yards in an automatic first is bananas. It's absolutely insane. So for something like that, that's nuts. Cause that to me is like, oh, if you lower the crown of your helmet onto somebody's chin, and you absolutely light them up and they like can't remember their niece's birthday the next day. That's the same as like shoving off the center shoulder and jumping up in the air. Get the fuck out of here. No, we have to have some like parity here. Also, I'll say, I don't know. I think I might have a bold prediction about the Chiefs for when you're ready to talk about them, because I think that their offseason is bleak. I really do.
Well, you said you had 2 caveats, so you already gave the one. So let's hear the Chiefs.
I really think that they're fucked. Like I really think that I think that Patrick Mahomes will be back, but like not in the next 3 years. They have $11 million in salary cap. it's like the 9th lowest. They have been keeping Travis Kelce together with gum and fucking duct tape for the entire season. You really think he has like a full blown, like, only do some reps, will still win a ton of games, and then we can unleash you for the playoffs? When they unleashed him for the playoffs, he wasn't insane. You know, like, it wasn't like, holy shit, like, that's I think he's clapped, to be honest with you, if he even does come back, because he doesn't know, right? It's like, oh, I might retire, I might not. I don't know. I think you could make the argument there if Rashee Rice comes back and he's exactly the same, that maybe does something. But all that offensive line, as bad as the performances they had, you're in a real Jacob's Ladder sort of catch-22 situation, because you're like, they're all kind of good offensive linemen on paper, but I don't know if we can't re-sign all these guys. And they just had a terrible Super Bowl. So like all their stocks just like completely diminished. So when you look at teams that have these types of situations going on, also, I'm not 100% sure Andy Reid like lives to see tomorrow ever. Like, I love the guy, but like, Jesus Christ, like, I was looking at some of the shots on the sideline of the Super Bowl, and it was the worst he's ever been. Am I wrong about that? You tell me you guys didn't have that same thought. Don't look at me like I'm fucking crazy. There was one wide shot of him, and I was like, Jesus Christ, Andy. Like, they have Wegovy and stuff now, dude. You're rich.
They do.
Like, what the fuck? Like, go get it. You're a fucking millionaire, dude. I was like, bro, you look like the fucking Hamburglar. You gotta get in the gym. That's crazy. Just by osmosis, you're around the best athletes in the world, dude. Like, just go, like, teach them how to lift weights. I don't know. Sorry. I was legitimately worried about him. It comes from a place of worry.